In this video, I'm going to be talking about pitching ideas and how that process can look like. Hey, how's it going? It's a new week, and we keep on rock and rolling, I guess. We just finished 108 week. Was a great week overall. I have finished some interesting projects during the week, so overall was okay, I guess. I didn't focus that much on exposure, which is not a good thing. But other than that, was a good week. I have reached out to a number of people, and there was overall productive week. Next week, 109, I'm gonna be focusing more on software and see what I can develop myself and with the help of others. I'm currently already discussing with some of the companies as well as I'm going to be having some meetings to discuss software solutions. That most of the projects, if not every project, would require to have a team of software developers. But it's just having the contracts in place, working with those people can be challenging since the way how they would like to structure those contracts, especially depending on what teams I'm talking to, and not necessarily I'm currently on board with what they required and what I'm looking for, right? So I see what I can develop myself, what I can bring to the table. Uh, but other than that, it's gonna be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to the most part, two meetings a day. Some of them with software developer teams. I have reached out to over 100 of teams, and conversion rate from 100 was around 10 meetings. So I haven't finished for this week, but yeah, this is the percentage and what it can look like, right? About 4%, about perhaps 10% tops, since there might be some emails coming in later on. But other than that, just setting expectations for all the rest of you up there. About 5 or 10% of conversion rate, even people that you're reaching out to with the potential of working together, right? So other than that, there's gonna be Thursday and Friday, as well as I have a client today, which is a great thing. Overall was great week, and I'm looking forward to this week. I have a lot of plans for this week. I'll see how I can accomplish those plans. Uh, Hopefully, later tomorrow, I'll be able to release another project, something that I was working on for quite some time now, and I'll share more information once this project has been released. In this video, I want to talk about something that I have recently came across, as well as perhaps some thoughts and ideas. This theme in particular, I'm going to be most likely revisiting from time to time, perhaps improving my own skills, and other than that, perhaps I can bring or share some understanding with others. Understand your audience. Yeah, if anything, I can share a quick story. I don't want to share all the details, but either way, so if someone is sending me some perhaps product offerings or service offerings, and perhaps how they can do improve those service offers, right? So if we were to begin, perhaps what would be upside of this service offer, right? If you're up there trying to something new, which is great. Always there trying to encourage people to keep trying, keep trying new things, perhaps see what you can perhaps what is value offer up there within your service offer. If you offer something very similar, very simple, that would be perhaps graphics design, right? And that not necessarily would have that much value comparing to perhaps setting up and starting a company and applying that graphic design to clothing line or perhaps I don't know anything, right? So there would be more of the arts requirements within that business where you can keep releasing new product line instead of perhaps editing or small bits and pieces or the pictures that not necessarily have that much value in that. There potentially within editing pictures, it will have it's not determined by me. It's determined by general public and how much they are willing to invest time and money into that compared to perhaps larger upsides up there. So just have that in mind when making any offers, right? What is worth your time as well as person that you're gonna be working with. What's it worth that service offer or product offering that you have, right? It needs to have worth something, right? It doesn't worth anything. We're all wasting time, basically. Then I was working as a personal trainer. We have received training of on how to do it, which is very interesting now when I think about it, since it is closely linked with sales as working as a personal trainer. But other than that, perhaps for people out there who haven't dealt with sales, marketing, well, it would be if for your business to be successful is something that you're gonna need to do from time to time, and let us say it's not all the time, right? As well as if you, depending on the industry in which you're gonna be in, you need to very least understand what's happening and why those people are talking to you, right? But yeah, there's a million ways how you can do it. Whichever way works for you, that's only what matters, right? It doesn't matter opinions of that. Whatever works for you. There's some industries or perhaps regions or countries who are doing those offers differently. More than anything, I'm interested to see others and how they are doing. But I can share some perhaps principles how we can do it, but it will be determined by local people, how they are approaching this kind of areas, as well as their thinking process and how they look like to present those offers, as well as based on who they're talking to, right? So in the beginning, perhaps you have very general approach where you're going to be approaching a number of people. From there, perhaps you redefine the service offer to approach a few selected people, which is more interesting. And myself, I'm more interested, especially people who've been within the industry. They have tried million things, and they can perhaps share their thoughts, their ideas, stories. Is something that overall myself I'm more interested in. A complete rundown of how we can structure it. It could start with understanding your audience and how you should tailor your presentation to audience who you're gonna be talking to, as well as define your objective, uh, knowing your goal, what you are trying to achieve, right? So what I'm saying, try for some of the people out there, try to be a little bit more ambitious. If that's an option, even if perhaps starting small would be a good place. But either way, if your offer to be taken on and green lighted, right, you need to have some value in there. Otherwise, completely no what value. So for everyone involved, it would be a waste of everyone's time, right? Craft a compelling story. For some reason, everyone cares about the story. Instead of focusing on facts and figures, so many people are interested in story as well as perhaps value proposition. Start with a hook. That's again, it's the depending on the way how you wanna do it. And you can start with a hook. You can do whatever works. Different territories or countries have different approach. Just starting with a hook, it's just one of those approaches. You can. I have published a book. Name of the book is Game Strategy. In the book, I'm sharing a lot of information for those of you who would like to learn more about the business principles, and how to operate business. In the book, I'm sharing a lot of information for those of you who currently do not have a business, looking to start your business, as well as if you already have existing business, or perhaps you are planning of becoming investor and already are existing investor, where the markets are right now, as well as where the market is going to be in the future with a time frame of 5 to 10 years from now, and how that potentially how you're making decisions, as well as what decisions can potentially be made and impact your overall portfolio. You can find this book in the description below, as well as top retailers has it. Step number 5, state your problem or the problem that you're looking to address or resolve for person who you're approaching, as well as present your solution. Potentially highlight unique features, benefits, and advantages of doing business with you. Provide evidence, or make sure, or don't forget to make sure, depending on the pitch, how much time you're gonna have. 30 seconds. You're gonna have 5 minutes, half an hour. Don't forget to provide perhaps evidence. Address potential concerns of your prospect that would be, or perhaps mitigation strategies if there was going to be any, or how you're going to mitigate any risk involved. Highlight value, financial gains, improve efficiency, social impact, where a lot of people do a lot of work on that, but not necessarily focusing. Some people do very good pitches, right? Where they focus on value, but not necessarily the offer itself would bring any value for a person who you're gonna be doing business with. If you can, always use visual aid, that would be charts, graphs, images, slides for your service offer, as well as engage with your audience. Always ask questions, seek for feedback, create dialogue. That's one of those ways how you can do it. Uh, you can keep it concise and stick to what you're trying to achieve, even if starting dialogue you might move away. Keep coming back to what you're actually trying to achieve, right? As well as practice, practice, practice. Just some of those people that I'm communicating with. I'm always up there trying to help as many people as I can, and so it's the one of the part why I'm starting these videos, right? Just trying to help people as well as perhaps improve my own skills. That's what it comes back to. Confidence and passion. If you have that, depending on what product and services you are offering, hopefully you do have that and you sold on your product, but you never know, right? Confidence and passion, as well as handling questions and answers effectively. But that will come back to practice and what questions your prospect might have. Follow up if you can. Have those details and follow up on overall. You can tell that someone has been with the industry for quite some time, 5 or 10 years, if they do follow ups. And how they're doing that, if they're doing that in style, if anything, that's my overall feedback on this topic. I'll be revisiting this topic, hopefully in the near future, and perhaps share more experience of how I'm working with some of the people, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.